Hello everybody, and welcome to the redoing of Absolute Lunacy's Guide to Summer. Do 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 do. Yeah! Are you ready for summer? Are you ready? She's super ready. She's so excited she's spinning and she's chasing her tail. Peppy, can you stop please? Basically what I'm doing today is I'm getting ready for summer. It is not summer yet. It's September, so it's spring. So it's starting to get real hot. Tis bad. But today I'm going to be doing a couple of things around the house to make sure that I'm ready for summer and that we can all have a nice time. These are the things that you will need in order to have the kind of summer that I am hoping that we're all going to have. So I've got my swimmers. I have a sea patterned diaper. Even though you know what kind of diaper it is, but it was the only sea sort of themed one that I had. You are also going to need sunscreen. Sunscreen is very good for you. We'll get that started. Before we get started on that one, it's also a good idea to cover up like as much skin as you possibly can so it's not being affected by the sun. So I've just borrowed one of Daddy's more summery themed shirts, and it also does the job of hiding my diaper butt when I go outside. But now that I've got that on, we're gonna put on our sunscreen. In an ideal world, I would also have a hat and I would have sunglasses, but I do not have a hat. So what I'm gonna do is pay a lot of attention to places on my face and head that I wouldn't normally need to put a lot of sunscreen on because I would normally wear a hat, but I don't have one. So here we go. So let's sunscreen up. Done. This is one of the places where I had to put sunscreen because I don't have a hat. I've learnt in the past that if I have my hair parted and I don't put sunscreen in my part, that I get a very big head. It's bad. So now we're all ready to go outside, but you might remember from the first time that I did this video many years ago that we had to wait before we went outside. And I'm not even excited to go outside because I'm going outside to do chores, like summer preparation chores. But we've got to wait. So we've got to wait for at least 20 minutes to let the sunscreen soak into your skin and get all ready to protect you from the sun. And I won't make the same mistake that I made last time. Because when I first did Absolute Lunacy's Guide to Summer, I didn't realize that music had licenses, so I just used random songs in the video. You're not allowed to do that. I got in trouble. So this time while we're waiting, I'm not gonna use music like that. I'm just gonna read a book, I suppose. I injured myself. Oh, thanks, Peppy. Peppy tried to lick me better but realised I tasted like sunscreen. Stop it. Oh, now she's turned on the taste of sun protection. I injured myself trying to get a book. I fell over a piano stand. You can't really see, but it just looks a bit red. So I got a collection of books that are summer themed, and there's not a lot of... Peppa, can you move please? You're a distraction. You're an adorable distraction. There's not a lot of variety here. My two categories are Babysitter's Little Sister books, which I will at some point do a video on because they are my favourite books ever. They're not my favourite books. I have a lot of childhood nostalgia from both of these kinds of books, but these are all Enid Blyton, and these are all in some way summer themed. So the first one we've got is Summer Term at St. Clair's. Summer term, so it's not really like summer party kind of theme, which is the thing that we're going for. 4 weeks holiday. Oh, I've got to read an Enid Blyton book, you have to do like an old-fashioned British voice. So I'm gonna attempt my best, alright? So, Summer Term at St. Clair's. Chapter 1, Going Back to to school. 4 weeks holiday, said Pat O'Sullivan, as she sat up in bed for the first morning of the Easter holidays. How lovely. Hope it's good weather. Me too, Pat. This seems more about school than it does about partying in the sun. So we're gonna put aside summer term at St. Clair's because I've got a good feeling about this one. It's called Sunshine Book. And I think it's about sunshine. So the Sunshine Book is just a collection of stories. I don't know if any of them are really like super on theme. Probably not, but the cover's pretty. A country walk in England, spring and summer. So that literally says summer in it, so let's go. It's a lovely spring day and the sun is shining warmly. Lies, Enid. Enid Lyton. We'll go out in the fields and woods and see what we can find. There will be plenty to see. Birds, animals, flowers, trees, insects. Here we go, down the little lane. Plenty to see here. Look at the daisies on that sunny bank. If you can cover 9 with your foot, it's spring. Aww, this is delightful. It's got like a lot of actual information in it. So there's diagrams of plants, a diagram of a bird. Ooh, stickleback. A fish. Oh, we got a butterfly, and now we're on to the normal Enid Blyton fare, which is a strange looking pointy wizard looming down upon a kid who appears to have a kite. Like the kid's just trying to have a nice time and fly a kite, and this pointy wizard is looming down upon him. And once more in this picture as well, but from a slightly different position. Good job, Sunshine Book. I feel very summery. Okay, so I got these 2 books. If you know anything about Enid Blyton, you know about the Famous Five. They are a group of 5 people, or 5 kids really, and one of them's a dog, and they go off and they have adventures, often involving smugglers. Like there's an odd number of Famous Five books that involve the kids busting up a gang of smugglers. Don't know if 1950 something, when this book was actually first published, there were an excess of smugglers. Oh, I could go on and on and on and on about Enid Blyton. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have an Enid Blyton video. It's not super related to ABDL, but it's related to my interest, so please bear with me. I wanna make a video about Enid Blyton because, oh, golly gee, heck, there's a lot to unpack there. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, I found the bit. They meet the uncle. The uncle is very, very stern and imposing and scary. My favorite kind of character. Well, where's George? That's my deepest voice, he said in a deep voice. Gone off somewhere again, said Aunt Fanny, vexed. I told her she was to stay here and meet her cousins. This is the scary uncle's response. She wants a good talking to. Does that sound correct? Does that sound like the line that was supposed to follow that? So we've completely gone off the track and we're no longer talking about summer at all, but this is just a thing that really, really, really bothered me when I reread this book, because the actual cassette tape says she wants a good spanking. And that's one of the reasons I really liked Enid Blyton, because I have a spanking fetish. Did you get told off? I wouldn't like to, oh, they've changed it. So that it used to be in another version that I had, like, they keep revising this one line. Did you get told off? Said Anne. I wouldn't like to be rude to your father. He looks fierce. It should be, the line should be, did you get spanked? I wouldn't like to be spanked by your father. He looks fierce. And I'm just like, oh, me either, Anne. He's so stern. Relate to these characters and now, nothing! Being told off isn't scary. Actually. Anyway, it's been well over 20 minutes now, and I've bored you with Enid Blyton for far too long. Let's go outside and start doing some summer prep. changed and had a nap after I cleaned the pool. I'm gonna make a drink. So for this, I'm making a baby colada. That's what I'm gonna call it, because it's a pina colada and I'm a baby. You're gonna need some kind of blender. Malibu, which is a coconut liqueur. This is called Wipeout. It's poor people Malibu. It's basically the same thing but half the price. You can use rum, you can use vodka. I only have vodka, so I'm using vodka. Coconut milk and pineapple juice. So what you're gonna wanna do, get your cup that you're gonna blend things in, put the ice in there. So this is gonna be the same as my science videos, where I just kind of guess what goes in things. This is a shooter glass, which is 2 shots. So, yep. Vodka. If you're a person who doesn't drink alcohol, so I'm going to do half of one of these because I don't want it to be too alcoholic. If you're a person who doesn't drink much alcohol, then you can easily not use the vodka or the Malibu and you'll still have a tasty drink, but then it's basically just coconut milk and pineapple juice. So also this all is different based on like your own individual tastes as well. So I'm gonna go 1 shooter of the coconut milk, so 1 shot of coconut. I'm a pineapple flavored baby now. 2 shooters of the pineapple juice, so it's mostly pineapple juice. Then you're gonna blend it. Dee-dee-dee. I'm using a big girl cup. Now if you want to get real creative, sorry there was a straw in my mouth. If you want to get real creative, you can decorate. So I've got a straw, a flamingo, he stirs it, and then pop. Now you have a delicious summer drink. If you're not allowed real glasses, you can use a barber, and it doesn't ruin the effect any. It's still tasty. It's very good. I kind of almost wish it was in a barber now, but I don't know where mine went. I don't think that it's warm enough to go swimming today, so we're gonna wait and go swimming another time. I hope that's okay. It'll still be the same video though, so you guys won't have to worry about it. Okay? Okay. It is very, 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 very important to stay hydrated when it's so hot outside. So I made the right decision in waiting until the next day to go for a swim because it's hot outside. It's about 29 degrees, I think, and I'm just so hot. I've made a tropical iced tea. We're gonna go have a swim. Does that sound like a nice plan? Okay, we've got to do a couple of things. First, we've got to finish up our drink, which is delicious, by the way. And then we got to get some friends to come swimming with us. Very, very important step. So there's a lot of games that you can play in the pool, but most of the games that you can play require more than one person. So if you guys have a pool and you have pals, here are some pool game ideas that you can play. You can play Marco Polo, the one where one person's it and they have to stand and they have to have their eyes closed and they yell Marco, and your buddies all have to say polo, and then you have to catch them with your eyes closed. Let's see, you could have races, you could have holding your breath underwater competition, you could have a handstand competition, you can try to play that game where you both sit on the bottom of the pool and somebody says something and you have to guess what it was that they said with their underwater mouth. Yeah, there's lots of games that you can play. If you get a ball and you can play volleyball. I don't have a volleyball, so no volleyball for me. And then there's just like quiet relaxation things that you can do if you like. My favorite thing to do in the pool is to just have a floaty ring, and the best kind of floaty ring to have is it kind of has a cup holder, so you can have a drink if you want to have a drink, and if it's big enough then you can just have a nice book and you can read your book in the pool. But I'm not meant to do that. I've dropped too many books into the pool. If you don't have any floaty rings, you can just sit on the side and read your book and dangle your feet. Another one of my favorite things to do is to lie